Hey Sagittarius, I need to sit down with you for a few minutes because what just came through in this reading is something you absolutely need to hear. I have been doing tarot for years, and I can tell you right now that the energy surrounding this situation with this person is not what you might think it is. The cards are being very direct today, and honestly I am grateful for that because sometimes we need that clarity even when it isn't comfortable. So, I just pulled the Six of Swords and this is the first card that came out. This card is all about transition and moving away from turbulent waters toward calmer shores. When I see this card, it usually represents someone trying to leave behind a difficult situation or a painful chapter. The imagery here shows a figure being guided across water, and there is this sense of leaving something behind. Now here is what is interesting about this card showing up first in your reading, Sagittarius. This person you are asking about, the one the universe is warning you about, they are presenting themselves as someone who has moved on from their old ways. They want you to believe that they have crossed those troubled waters and they are in a different place now. They might be telling you that they have changed, that they have grown, that they have learned from past mistakes. But hold on, because we need to dig deeper here. The Six of Swords can sometimes represent someone who is physically moving away from problems without actually doing the internal work. It is like packing your bags and going to a new city but bringing all your same patterns and behaviors with you. You are in a different location but you are still the same person. That is what I am picking up here with this energy. This person might have changed their external circumstances, maybe they have a new job or new friends, or they are presenting a new image, but the core patterns have not shifted. They are still carrying the same baggage across those waters. The Two of Wands just came out, and I need to talk about what this is showing me. The Two of Wands is about planning and looking toward the future. It is about holding the world in your hands and deciding which direction you want to go. This is a card of vision and strategy. When I see this card in connection with someone you are being warned about, it tells me that this person is very much in their head right now, planning their next move. They are thinking about you, Sagittarius. They are considering whether they should reach out, whether they should try to reconnect, whether they should make another attempt to come back into your life. But here is the thing about the Two of Wands that people often miss. This card is not about action, it is about contemplation. It is about standing on that balcony looking out at all the possibilities but not yet committing to any particular path. This person is strategic. They are weighing their options. They are thinking about what they stand to gain or lose by approaching you again. And that right there should tell you something important. Someone who has genuinely changed, someone who has done real internal transformation. They do not approach relationships from a place of strategy and calculation. They come from a place of authenticity and vulnerability. The fact that this person is still in this planning phase, still weighing pros and cons, still being strategic about their approach, it shows that they are operating from the same mindset they always have. They have not evolved in the way they might be claiming. Judgment card is here, and this is a major arcana card, so we need to pay serious attention. Judgment is about reckoning, awakening, and facing the truth of who you really are. It is about that moment when you can no longer hide from yourself or others. When Judgment appears, it is calling for radical honesty and accountability. In the traditional imagery of this card, you see figures rising up, being called to account, being seen for exactly who they are. Now, in the context of this reading about someone who supposedly has changed, Judgment is telling us that there is going to be a moment of truth. You are going to see this person clearly for who they actually are, not who they are presenting themselves to be. The universe is bringing clarity to this situation. All the illusions are going to fall away and you are going to have that moment where everything becomes crystal clear. But here is what I want you to understand, Sagittarius. Judgment also represents the idea that you cannot fool the universe. You cannot pretend to be transformed when you have not done the work. This person might be able to put on a good show for a while. They might be able to say all the right things and present a changed exterior, but the truth always comes out. Judgment does not allow for deception to persist. The card is showing me that if this person tries to come back into your life with false promises of change, the truth will reveal itself fairly quickly. You will see the same patterns emerge, the same behaviors surface, the same issues resurface. The Judgment card is the universe saying, pay attention because I am about to show you exactly who this person is. King of Wands energy just entered the reading, and this is powerful fire energy. The King of Wands is charismatic, confident, bold, and commanding. This is someone who walks into a room and people notice. They have natural leadership qualities, and they know how to inspire others. They are passionate, and they have vision. Now, when I see the King of Wands appearing in a reading about someone you are being warned about, I need to tell you that this is exactly the type of person who can be very convincing. The King of Wands knows how to present themselves. They know what to say, how to act, what persona to project in order to get what they want. This person has charm, Sagittarius. They have that magnetic quality that can make you want to believe them even when your intuition is sending warning signals. The King of Wands is not necessarily a manipulator by nature, but when someone with this energy has not done their healing work, when they are operating from their shadow side, they can use their natural charisma and confidence to create an illusion. They can make you believe that they have become this evolved, transformed version of themselves. They can paint this picture of who they are now with such conviction that it feels real. But the energy I am getting here is that this is performance. This person has always had this ability to present well, to seem like they have everything together, to project confidence and capability. That has not changed. What would indicate real change would be vulnerability, humility, acknowledgement of past mistakes, and evidence of different behavior over time. The King of Wands showing up tells me that this person is relying on their same old strengths to convince you rather than showing you something genuinely new. 8 of Pentacles came through, and I need to share what this is telling me. The 8 of Pentacles is the card of the craftsperson, the person who is dedicated to their work, who is committed to mastery, who shows up day after day to practice and improve their skills. This is the card of dedication and consistent effort. When you see someone truly changing, truly transforming, the 8 of Pentacles energy is absolutely present because real change requires consistent daily work. It requires showing up even when you do not feel like it, putting in effort when nobody is watching, being dedicated to the process of growth over an extended period of time. Here is what the 8 of Pentacles is showing me in this reading, Sagittarius. This card is almost conspicuous in its presence because it is highlighting the absence of this energy in the person you are asking about. Real transformation looks like the 8 of Pentacles. It looks like someone who has been consistently working on themselves, going to therapy, reading books, doing shadow work, practicing new behaviors, making amends, being accountable. Someone who has genuinely changed will have evidence of this consistent work. They will be able to tell you what they have been doing differently, what they have learned, how they have been showing up differently in their life. If this person cannot point to their 8 of Pentacles work, if they cannot show you the consistent effort they have been putting into their growth, then Sagittarius, they have not changed. They might have had insights, they might have moments of awareness, but insights and moments are not the same as sustained transformation. 2 of Cups is here, and this card is making me pause because it is showing me something important about what this person wants. The 2 of Cups is the card of partnership, connection, mutual attraction, and emotional bonding. It is often called the soulmate card or the twin flame card. It represents that feeling of having found someone who really gets you, who mirrors you, who you feel deeply connected to. When the 2 of Cups appears in this reading about someone who is trying to come back into your life, it is showing me that this person is going to appeal to your emotions. They are going to talk about the connection you shared. They are going to remind you of the good times, the deep conversations, the way you understood each other. They are going to try to reactivate that 2 of Cups feeling that you once had together. And here is the thing, Sagittarius, the connection might have been real. The feelings might have been genuine. But connection alone is not enough for a healthy relationship. You can have an intense soul connection with someone and still not be right for each other if the behaviors are not healthy, if the patterns are toxic, if one or both people have not done their healing work. The 2 of Cups showing up here is the universe warning you not to let the memory of connection or the appeal to your emotions override what you know to be true about this person. They might make you feel that pull again, that magnetic attraction, that sense of fated connection, but feelings are not facts. The card is asking you to stay grounded in reality and not let emotional manipulation disguised as soul connection cloud your judgment. The Hermit just appeared, and this is significant timing. The Hermit is about solitude, introspection, inner wisdom, and the journey inward. The Hermit withdraws from the external world to seek truth within. This is the wise old soul who has done the internal work, who carries a lantern of wisdom, who has spent time alone examining themselves and gaining deeper understanding. When the hermit shows up in this position in the reading, it is actually showing you what real change looks like. Real transformation requires hermit energy. It requires withdrawing from distractions and external validation to do the hard internal work. It requires being alone with yourself, facing your shadows, examining your patterns, sitting with discomfort. Someone who has genuinely changed will have gone through a hermit phase. They will have spent time alone, doing their inner work, not jumping from relationship to relationship or situation to situation. Here is what I am picking up, Sagittarius. If this person has not demonstrated that they have been through their hermit phase, if they have not spent significant time alone working on themselves, then the change they are claiming is superficial at best. The hermit is also your energy in this situation. The card is telling you to trust your inner wisdom. You already know the truth about this person deep down. Your intuition has been speaking to you. The hermit is asking you to get quiet, to withdraw from the noise and external pressure, and to listen to what your inner voice has been trying to tell you all along. Ace of Wands energy is here, and this represents new beginnings, inspiration, potential, and creative spark. The Ace of Wands is that lightning bolt moment of possibility, that surge of enthusiasm for something new. It is raw potential waiting to be developed. In the context of this person coming back into your life, the Ace of Wands is showing me that they are going to present themselves as a new beginning. They are going to frame this potential reconnection as a fresh start, a chance to begin again with all this new potential. They might talk about how things will be different this time, how you can create something better together, how they are inspired to show up differently. The Ace of Wands has exciting energy and it can be very appealing. But here's what you need to understand about aces in tarot. Aces are about potential, not manifestation. They are about the spark, not the sustained fire. Having an idea or feeling inspired is not the same as following through. Someone can feel genuinely inspired to change in a moment without having the commitment and discipline to sustain that change over time. This person might truly feel inspired right now. They might genuinely believe in the moment that they are different, but inspiration without the follow-through of consistent action means nothing. The Ace of Wands is asking you to be discerning between someone presenting you with exciting potential versus someone showing you concrete evidence of sustained change. The Hierophant is the final card, and I need to tell you why this is such a powerful card to end on. The Hierophant represents tradition, spiritual wisdom, teaching, moral authority, and adherence to established systems and values. The Hierophant is about doing things the right way, following a proven path, respecting traditions and structures that have stood the test of time. When the Hierophant appears in this final position, it is giving you very clear guidance, Sagittarius. The card is telling you to trust traditional wisdom here. Trust what you have learned from experience. Trust the old saying that actions speak louder than words. Trust the wisdom that real change takes time and is demonstrated through consistent behavior, not through promises and presentations. The Hierophant is also about moral integrity and doing what is right even when it is difficult. This card is calling you to honor your own values and boundaries. If your values tell you that someone needs to demonstrate change over time before you trust them again, then honor that. If your boundaries say that you need to protect your peace and not allow someone back in who has hurt you before, then honor that. The Hierophant gives you permission to be traditional and conservative in your approach to this situation. You do not need to be the cool, understanding, giving another chance person if that goes against your better judgment. The card is also telling me that there might be a teacher, counselor, therapist, or wise friend in your life whose advice you should listen to regarding this situation. The Hierophant often represents seeking counsel from someone with experience and wisdom. If people who care about you have concerns about this person, that is Hierophant wisdom speaking to you. So Sagittarius, let me bring all of this together for you. The cards are painting a very clear picture, and the warning the universe is giving you is this. This person has not changed in the fundamental ways that matter. They might have changed their circumstances, they might present differently, they might say the right things, but the core patterns and behaviors that caused problems before are still there. They are being strategic about approaching you. They are going to use their natural charisma to be convincing. They are going to appeal to your emotions and the connection you shared. They are going to present this as an exciting new beginning. But when you look at the evidence, when you examine whether they have done the real internal work, when you check for the consistent effort over time, it is not there. The universe is asking you to trust your wisdom, to honor your boundaries, to require evidence of sustained change before you consider opening your heart or your life to this person again. You deserve someone who has done their hermit work, who shows you their Eight of Pentacles dedication, who comes to you with genuine transformation rather than performance. Do not let charm and chemistry override your better judgment. This is your sign to protect your peace and trust what you already know deep down. I really hope this reading gave you the clarity you needed, Sagittarius. Trust yourself, trust the wisdom the cards are offering, and remember that you deserve real change, not just the appearance of it.